Hello everyone, I am Madhu. Welcome you to my channel Testing World. Today we are going to discuss regarding the topic software testing lifecycle, that is SDLC. In this video we are going to cover what is SDLC, what are the phases of SDLC and SDLC model. Let us discuss what is SDLC. The full form of SDLC is Software Development Lifecycle. It is a systematic process for building a software. And the main objective of software development lifecycle is to produce a high quality software which will meet the customer's expectation. It is a process which produces software with the highest quality and low cost in a shortest possible time period. It basically provides a structured flow of the pages that help an organization to quickly produce high quality software, and basically it will be well tested and it will be ready for the production use after a software went through its life. After completing software development life cycle, we are getting a quality product just because the software development life cycle is a repeated methodology, and the software code has to go through many hours of testing at each or every. Both large and small organizations use software development lifecycle methodology. The software development lifecycle gives the organization a systematic and step-by-step process to develop a successful software. The software development lifecycle process is also known as linear sequential. It basically covers the detailed plan for building, deploying, and maintaining the software. It basically complete cycle of development, and it involves in planning, creating, testing, and deployment of a software product. What is the need of software development lifecycle? We'll take an example. Suppose in a development team, basically software development lifecycle went through different phases, as I said you. But if in a development team, there are some 5 people, and one person is thinking that I'll test first. If there will be no software, what you are going to test? One person will think that without knowing the requirements, first I'll design, then I'll develop. It is not a process. It is not a process to follow. That's what we are using software development cycle at the beginning of creating a software. This is the software development life cycle. I have drawn this for your easy understanding. Basically, what happens? Basically, these things is not start. We are not knowing in the company as a software tester, but I have taken this from the scratch. Basically, what happens when there will be a software bidding, and suppose my company is getting that requirement in that bidding, then what happens basically? After that, there will be kickoff meeting. In the kickoff meeting, high level persons will be available in that, and they are discussing what are the phases of the software and how they are going to make this particular software. For that, what we are doing, our first input is customer and client. We are getting the details from the customer or client. There are the requirements. If in case of applications, if we are developing any products, then that product's proposal is coming from the company itself. Then requirements gathering. What happens in requirements gathering? Basically, during the requirement gathering phase, we are getting all the relevant information and from the customer to develop or a product as per their expectations. Basically, this page is done by the business analyst. In companies, there are business analyst or BA, whatever short form we are saying. That BA and the project manager, they are setting up the meeting with the customer to gather all the information, like what the customer wants to build and who will be the end user, what is the purpose of this product. Before building a product, we have to understand the product details, and the knowledge of the product is very important for all of us. We have to understand the product, because if our requirement is not clear, then it will be very difficult to analyze and design or coding or testing, whatever it is. So the requirement gathering phase is one of the important phase in software development lifecycle. Then it comes to analysis and planning. Once we have gathered the requirements, then we are means the business analyst, they are producing software requirement specification document, that is SRS, or in some cases they are making BRS, the business requirement documents. And out of that we are doing analysis, and basically business analyst and project manager, sometimes they are adding the team leads also, they are doing analysis of the requirements, how they are going to make that software product or application, and they are planning. In this planning page it comes the test plan document. I am in the upcoming video I am going to say you what is the test plan document, how it is prepared, and what are the things available in the test plan document. As I said you, in the requirements gathering page we are seeing what to develop, but in the analysis and planning page we are discussing how to develop. Also in this page the team determines the cost of the resources required for implementing and analyzing the requirement. It also details the risks involved and the provides sub plans for mitigating those risks. In the simple terminology, the team should determine how feasible is that project and how they are implementing, then they can successfully complete that particular project without any having any risk. Then the next page of software development lifecycle is design. In this page, the system and the software design documents is getting prepared based on the requirement specification document. In this design document page, we are preparing two kinds of design documents. One is high level design document, another is low level design document. In that high level design document, we can get the brief description and name of each of the modules, and we can get the outline of the functionality of every module, and what are the in a high level, as we are getting the high level design document, then what are the database, what are the most of the important things we are going to develop in that software, that design document is providing that information. But in the low level design we are preparing the functional logic of the modules, then the database table, what are the types, what are the size, what are the things the database table is going to consist of, then complete details of that interface what we are going to use, then a listing of the all error messages, what are the error messages we are going to use in that particular software, and the complete input and output for every module we are going to prepare in the low level design. Also in this particular design page we are determining the priority and order of the proposed work and building a product roadmap, how we are going to make this product. And also it is very helpful to everyone on both the development team and the testing team. The next page of software development life cycle is coding. In this particular phase, the development team started their writing their codes, and it is known as coding. At this stage, the development team translate the high level overview communicated in the roadmap into a small set, and they are starting their coding. In this phase, the developers start to build the entire software by writing the code using the specific programming language. In this particular phase, the task they are dividing into small units or small modules and assigned to different developers, and as they are started their development. It is one of the longest phase in the software development lifecycle process. While coding, the developer used to follow certain guidelines of coding, and also they are using some programming tools if required in that particular phase of coding. Then, then comes our next phase, that is testing, in which software testers are included. And this phase basically happens when the coding phase is completed. And what happens this as that software product is already developed in the design phase and sorry in the coding phase, then what they are doing, they are deploying that particular piece of code in the testing environment, and testers are starting their testing. What the testing team basically does, they are testing the functionality of the entire system, and they are doing it to get the defects and bugs lying in that particular software. And after testing whatever bugs they are getting in this phase, they are reporting to the developers or the test managers, and the testing team does their work. Then we are coming to the final stage of software testing lifecycle, that is release and maintenance. What happens? Whatever bugs their testing team has reported in this release or maintenance phase, they are fixing those bugs, and again testing team they are testing, or that is known as retesting and regression testing of that particular defects and bugs, and then they are sending it for release and maintenance. In the release page, we are developing what we are doing, the developed software we are releasing to the customer, and in case of products we are sending it to the market. And once the customer is getting that particular software, they are verifying that and they are starting their work with that particular software. But in between, if any discrepancy happened in that software, they are sending it again to the company. That phase is known as maintenance. Maintenance phase is of again two types. One one is if while doing the work for that particular software, if the team is facing any difficulties, that they are sending as a new change in the change request, and again it's page start, and the team is working on that to get to add that particular new page or new thing to that particular software. That is known as enhancement. And another maintenance is that if they are getting any bugs, then we are what we are doing, we are doing that or solving that bug, and again it is designing, coding, testing, and again it is we are releasing to the customer. This is the software development life cycle. As I shared you prior, after software development lifecycle completion, I am going to describe you what are software development lifecycle models. There are many models we are following in the software development lifecycle. One of it is waterfall model, spiral model, prototype model, and regarding this model, we are going to discuss in our upcoming video.